Hi there, this is Pablo from dx0, and in this video I'm going to show you how to find where a business process is configured in Salesforce using dx0. So the use case here is you may have inherited a Salesforce org that you don't understand, or maybe it's your own Salesforce org that has grown in huge complexity, and you're being asked a question about a specific process such as lead conversion or opportunity product exchange rates or anything like that. And sometimes it's really hard to understand where is that configured in Salesforce, right? Do we have a flow that is doing that? Is it some Apex? Is it a combination of things? And if you don't really know, then it can take you days to figure out where that is configured. So I'm going to show you how to do that in dx0 in just a few seconds. So I'm here in dx0 and I'm pointing the agent to this Salesforce org. And I'm going to ask a question about where a specific process is configured in my environment. Obviously, this may not make a lot of sense to you because this is very specific to what I have here, but just imagine that you're able to ask this question about any business process in your org. So in my scenario here, I'm going to say that I have a custom application called SRM that we use for retrieving changes from this org. And I know somewhere we can configure what API version we use, but I have no idea where. And I'm just going to ask that question. And what's really interesting here is that I'm not telling dx0 anything about my configuration. I'm not saying, hey, we have a flow, or we have a managed package, or we have a bunch of stuff. I'm just talking in plain business terms. And as you can see, while I was talking, dx0 was actually a bit too eager, and it didn't let me finish what I was saying because it came back so quickly with an answer that in this case, it looks like we have an API version that we define in an API version field in some custom metadata type. And that was super quick, right? I did not say anything to dx0 about the type of configuration that I had. And so imagine that in your org, you would be able to ask, what is the process for converting leads, or where are we sending opportunity renewal notifications, or anything like that. And dx0 is going to scan your org in real time, super quick, and come back with a very simple, business-friendly answer to help you move forward. And so in this case, now I know exactly where I need to change the API version for this custom application. In your case, dx0 would be able to point to a specific flow or a set of configuration elements that together make up that feature. You can always see what dx0 used to come up with that information. So I can see here that it was reading some information in my Salesforce org, and that's what dx0 used to understand where that is configured, and then gave me this very good answer. And that's it for today. Thank you.